So Laura, in the short game, how did you used to practice when you were out on the golf course? Obviously, you had sort of your home golf course, but you were mostly travelling on the tours,
Yeah.
trying to get used to different conditions. What were sort of tips of sort of optimising your short game practice? How did you go about it?
Well, just find different spots that you might be on. We're on the par 3 here, and you might miss it just down here. You might have one from there. You might have gone for the pin and come up just short. That's a different lie. Just off the fringe, option of putting, but let's get that down there a bit. But you know, good chippers will always chip that, they won't putt it.
Yeah.
And then maybe go for one that's like over the hill. Oh, on a draw, that's
Yeah.
the hardest one. I can see
Yeah.
it already, a terrible lie. But then you just never go up to a ball when you've thrown it like that and change the lie. Just hit the shot that you might have in a tournament. You see so many people, oh, I'll give myself a little cheeky lie there. Well, no, because you won't have that in the tournament.
Okay, very interesting. And so, and when you were out with your mates, chipping competitions, just to
Always.
add a little something on it?
Yeah, 50 pence here and there, and see how you go, and pay up at the end of the round. If a lot of the players I used to play with were brilliant short games, so
Yeah.
I used to have to pay out a little bit.
So and just a sort of a standard tip. So
Yeah.
pretty decent lie,
Very
slight
good
downslope,
Yeah.
plenty of green to work with. Take
Yeah.
us through sort of what your approach would be here. What's the process that you're thinking about?
Well, lots of options. You've got, like you say, plenty of green to work with and a perfect lie. So probably for this one, I'd go with a close. I always chip with my 60-degree wedge. Doesn't matter what the lie, where it is. I adapt the club face to hit that shot. A lot of players would have a wedge out here and hit a little chip and run.
Okay.
That's just not been the way I've chipped. It's always very handsy. You'll see from that one over there, I'm going to have to try and open the club face up and be a bit brave with it. This one, bog standard. Like I say, you could just have the normal one like that, which I don't particularly like when you've not got anything to go over. So I'll put it back of the stance, and it'll be a little hinge. It'll just be a boom, boom like that, and
Just a little pop.
Just a pop. Because the lie's so good, I haven't got to worry about that grass behind the ball. I know it's going to break a tiny bit right to left, so I'm just aiming a little right, and then I duff it like that. You see, that's perfect. From a perfect lie, I've left it 40 foot short.
It's a bit annoying, isn't it?
Not really. That's just the game, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So
very easy shot, and I've messed it up. This one, again, a good, not a very good chipper would putt this all day long, but it's pretty easy. Probably, do you know what? With the slightly wet conditions, I probably would putt this one. But again, just to prove I'm not completely useless, I'm going to hit exactly the same shot. Again, the little pop. And it's almost one that you're trying to hole. I mean, that was embarrassing over there, but there you go. You can't hit them all good. Yeah, so this one it's not as good a lie. There's a bit of grass behind the ball, and I'm going to lob this one up.
Okay.
Try and knock it probably 3/4 of the way there.
Okay, here we go.
All about good club head speed, because the one thing you don't want to do is duff this shot. Easily done. And that lands. Green's a bit soft.
That
so
was very soft.
probably
Yeah.
have to throw that a little bit further. But having said that, you know, it was a decent strike. Now this one, it's kind of wet. Yeah, not nice at all. So you got a few options here. Again, you could go with the little chip and run, the stabber. But I feel like I would duff that. I really do, like I did on that very first chip. So this is going to have to be a little bit braver. Not a high percentage shot. But you can hear just a little pop in behind the ball with an open face.
All clean.
So you have to be a bit brave with some chips, but it's the right shot to hit. Going back to the right shot to hit. And, you know, I just basically vary it with the 60-degree wherever it is.